heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Selling unfiltered American cigarettes across the plains of Abraham. The greatest plains of Abraham. Selling unfiltered American cigarettes is one of the greatest joys of my life. If you love what you do, you never work a day, and that's what I love is to not work. I mean, to feel like you're fulfilling your purpose. You know what I mean? And everyone's purpose is different, and your daily affirmation for the day is find your purpose, but you can decide what that is at any time. So you just, as long as you decide and then you do it, then it's okay. Don't hurt anyone. Do what you want, but don't hurt anyone. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Yeah. Oh, the open skies and the arch of Chinook. You know what I'm talking about? Where that warm wind blasts over the mountains, okay? It loses all its moisture in the Great Basin, comes over the mountains and kablamo, melts everything and gives you a nosebleed, makes you have a giant headache, and makes you want to wash your car. But then you wait too long to wash your car, and then you do it at night. And because it's the only time that you're free to go get gas because your kids are finally asleep, and you're like, oh, I think I'll wash the car as well. Well, don't do it because the car will freeze. It'll freeze that night, and then you won't be. You'll need lock deicer to get. Well, actually, no, you won't because you use a button. Use a button to unlock your aux, to undo your dukes, to unlock your locks. Well, problem solved. I already solved my own problem. Okay. Well, that's great. You don't need lock deicer in every situation. Only when your locks are iced and you can't open them with a key. So your favorite situation is look on the bright side of what you can do and don't do what you can't do. The end. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Hey, the Great Plains. Okay, to ride a horse is to love one. You know what I mean? Because they're wonderful animals. They're wonderful animals, and everyone knows it. So don't even try to tell me that they're not wonderful animals. If you're allergic, if you have an anaphylactic reaction to horses, I could see how you would think that they're not wonderful animals, but there's no way that you would, blame the animals. It's not their fault that you have an anaphylaxis, okay? So you'd still think they're wonderful, even though you could never touch, see, or smell, or see them, or be around them in a 50-foot to 100-foot radius, depending on how many horses we're talking about. If we're talking about a chuck wagon race, you better not even go to the rodeo grounds because you're going to puff up like a fish, like a big spiny puffer fish. Your throat's gonna close up like a big spiny puffer fish, and you'll have to go to the community hospital, where they know your name, and everybody's glad you came. Ba ba ba. It's the same people that were there last time, and they're all the same, but they're living their lives and they're doing what they want to do. Do 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 do. And the horse is not to blame, is what I should have said. Okay, so. Uh, the daily affirmation is take care of your community and the community will take care of you. Can I drink a cup of coffee? Or does that kill it? Let's see. Where seldom is. Well, I think it takes some of the magic away if I drink a cup of coffee. I gotta be honest, okay? So what's the name of you gotta name me or else my entire land is gonna disappear to a grain of sand. So then why did you take so long? Why didn't you just yell out the name? Why did you have to like go get some boxes, climb on the boxes, go up to the window, open the window, struggle to open the window, and then like steel yourself in some way as a child actor would, or well, not as I would, 'cause I'm not the world's best. Okay, here's a shocker, everyone. I'm not the world's best actor. Okay? Oftentimes for me, parts, there's no call for parts with guys with three spines on their head. So, yeah, so then why did you yell out the name from where you were lying down reading the book? I don't understand why you had to go and shout it out into the air. I suppose to like illustrate your intent, but come on, man. Time was of the essence, as they say. Waiting for my child to stop watching television and show up, but he's not gonna do it today. Oh, I missed my sweet boy. So where is he? Okay, well, he's not coming. Okay. Well, your daily affirmation is find pleasure where you can and find those little things that are pleasurable and make you have a nice time. And then also try to fuck some shit up. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's essential. So, but make sure if you're going to drag anyone else, you make sure you can take care of them. So, like for example, if everyone on your workplace wants to go on strike, you got to save up enough money so everyone can eat. Okay, and redistribute. Excuse me, redistribute some wealth, as they say. So, seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. I can't play the banjo. Cannot play the banjo, the bingo. And Bing Joe was his name. Oh. Okay, so selling unfiltered American cigarettes. Suddenly, oh, there was a story my dad liked where he was getting surrounded by a bunch of people, and then so he pretended that they were surrounded by a bunch of his people. And he says, "Move in, boys," and then they ran away, but it was just him. Okay, so and the skies are not cloudy all day. Hey, hey, the skies are not cloudy all day. Selling unfiltered American cigarettes across this great country. Is that the life I imagined? Well, I didn't imagine much of a life. I was a henchman. As a henchman, I did as I told, and I cleaned out the sludge traps, and I said, okay, I'm just cleaning out this one sludge trap, and then I'm quitting after that. But I don't want to leave them. I don't want to. Okay, my compatriots, my companions, I don't want to make more work for them. So I told myself I would clean out the sludge traps, and then I'd quit my job. It took me a week to clean out the sludge traps, and I didn't quit. Instead, I shaved off my mustache. Now, you don't think that orcs can grow facial hair. And in many ways, you're correct, but in some ways, you're not correct. So, in this particular instance, it's the second thing being not correct. But it was such a drastic change. The hell was that? Someone just flushed the toilet and scared the shit out of me. And the skies are not cloudy all day. Clear out the sludge traps. Yeah, getting some good armor. That's what we all were saving up for, a nice sword or shield. Clearing out the sludge traps. We ate a lot of cakes in those days, those little packaged cakes. The castle was really good at producing little packaged baked goods. Uh, little Haldies. Little Haldies baked goods. They're kind of like, there was Twonkies, Hooby Doos, uh, Big Moons, Bum Butts, lots of yummy stuff. But I mean, it wasn't good for you. It wasn't nutritionally good for you. It just filled you up and made you want to crave more. In a classic kind of, dependence situation. How did I escape? Well, I fought that dragon, got eaten, and crapped out here. Could sure go for a pav. I like that it's nothing and something at the same time. So the skies are not cloudy all day. There is no more melted butter. The child's asking for melted butter, but there is none. I used it on the spaghetti when I made him butter noodles. But now he's discovered I used the butter for something else. Discovered I used the butter, the popcorn butter, for noodles. And now the wrath. Daily affirmation is you can do it. Even if you use the butter, there's still other butters. I could melt a bunch of Lindt chocolates and put it on pasta. It's just as much margarine as it is anything else. Anyway, take care of yourself and remember, the minute that you eat your child's leftover food is the minute he wants it. And the minute you leave it for him is the minute you throw it away. New Year, Gregorian New Year. Completely a manufactured event, but what isn't a manufactured event, really? Okay, so happiest of New Year's to you, and don't resolute anything. Just be yourself, okay? And if you've got a hobby and a meditative practice, you should be okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. And if there's a little slight move you want to make, you can make that move or not make that move. See, whatever you're doing is the thing that should get done. Okay. Now, if you're doing is you're scraping a bunch of crap with a rusty fork, and you think I don't want to do this, well, I've been in so many situations where I was eating subs or cleaning out grease traps or what's the worst jobs I've ever had? Picking up poop, picking up human poo. And how did I get out of those situations? In some of those situations, someone came and bailed me out. And in some of them, I just got so frustrated with myself, I shaved my head and drove away. But I'm not suggesting that you do that, okay? Excuse me, there's a lot of pressure to resolute, and you don't have to do it. So your daily affirmation is stop burping into the microphone. The daily affirmation is resolute or no, you know which way to go. Storm at night, sailors delight. Storm in the morning, sailors take warning. Red sky in my ass. Uh, then we have entered a, well, ass and more ass basically is the same word. Blast? Ass? I don't know. The point is, don't resolute if you don't have to. Okay, you're you and I'm me and we're us. And that's it. You can do it.